We are live. Hey healers, welcome and/or welcome back to my channel. It's me, the Priestess Prophet, the Prophet for Priestesses. I'm here to provide you with some confirmation, inspiration, and divine co-creation for your highest good and the highest good of all involved. It is my intention that you become uplifted through these messages as you elevate exponentially and get everything that's yours. Tips are appreciated. All the info is in the description down below. I'm not doing personal readings at this time. Do not get scammed by anyone pretending to be me. Do your own research. Test all of these messages against your own gut. Make sure that it fits for you. It's not a message for somebody else before you take it and run with it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Say mashallah and stay tuned. Now let's get into it. So today we're looking into divine love. Divine love, divine co-creation, divine union, and we have three messages. This is going to be a pick a card. So I'm going to do this very free-flowing, all on camera, and talk you guys through it, because this is the message that wanted to come through. Make sure you guys turn on your notifications so you know when I'm going live. Let's see. I got Bob Ross and Dolly with me, our spirit guides for today. Oh yeah. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you're here. Okay, so pile one. This is going to be your card. Okay. So I want you guys to select the card that resonates with you. I'm just going to show you guys the picture, okay? Pile two. This is your card. And pile three. This is your card. So choose the one. Choose the one that's right for you. One, of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're gonna start with these lovers. This pile one, this is a reading for people that are in a relationship already. So you're in a relationship, a long-standing relationship. You're not single. You haven't been single for a long time. If you are single, if you are just newly into a relationship, this is not your reading. This is for people who've been together a long time. You guys probably have kids together. You could have a lot of kids, or like 3, more than 3. You might not have kids. You might have animals. Some of you guys might live on a farm. You're homesteading. You have this like dream life together that you've created. You both dreamed it up and you worked really, really hard for it. You make a lot of money, probably. I'm probably speaking to the feminine in this relationship, but I could be speaking to the masculine as well. So like whoever I'm speaking to is the primary breadwinner in your family. So the message for you that's on the back of this card, bloop, playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Love is the greatest healer. Some of you guys might not have been having sex lately. You should start having more sex. You should start having sex daily. Don't not have sex with each other just because you're mad at each other. But there's somebody in this situation that's like overly controlling, because there's like there's an initiation you're avoiding. There's a new level of depth in the relationship. Working through the energy, you're welcome. There's a new level of depth in your relationship that's coming out because you guys have grown together so much. Like you're in that, you might even be in that like 7-year itch phase or whatever. You've been together for a long time. You guys could have grown up together, you could have been kids together. You've been together for at least 3 years. Like there's if you're in this pile and you haven't been with your partner for 3 years, that's not your pile. Your pile is probably going to be number three. So let's see. Depends. But we're in pile one right now, so we'll stay here. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. I'm seeing a ball pit. I'm seeing you guys like taking your children to a ball pit or to like a arcade, to somewhere you can run around, somewhere where they can run around with no shoes on, like playing on mats. Laughter is what's going to be the thing to get you through this initiation, because it's like in the pit of your stomach where shame and guilt mix. That's what you're hitting on. You're hitting on something very, very old. You're going into a new timeline with your lover, with your whole family that no one in your ancestry has ever been in before. And in this place, you guys have the opportunity to make sacred divine union, like as a sensual manifestation act that can really magically work, because what you are reaching for on the other side of this initiation is unshackling from ancient bondage, and you had some certain gifts that were like sealed at that time, and this was before any of your great grandfathers, like before anyone that you know in your family, before anyone that you've ever had the opportunity to meet in your family. This was at least 6 to 7, 15 even generations ago. But there's like levels to the sealing of these gifts, because every time they got unsealed, then there would be a new war to fight that would be fought to seal them again. So your galactic priests and priestesses, survivors of many intergalactic wars and intergalactic colonization efforts. Oh, mashallah, amazing. Anything else we need to know? Get the fairies deck. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need to know about your kids? What is it about the children? There's your children are growing up watching you, and that's gonna shape their interactions of love. The dreamer, zero, the fool. Sorry it's so dark in here. Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit, if that's better. All right, that's better. Okay, so the fool. Look, the fool's on the way to the tower with a little dog. So it seems that this is you. You're on your way to an initiation, and you can't avoid it, and you can't turn back, and you're just going. You're packed up. You're ready to go. And there's a cardinal. It's the male cardinal. You're packed up and you're ready to go. King of Spring. This is you. If you're the masculine, where's the feminine? Princess of Spring here. So if you're the masculine, you're the King of Spring. If you're the feminine, you're the Princess of Spring. But basically, like, this masculine has created an environment for the feminine counterpart to be very free and happy. She don't have to worry about a lot. So some of you guys, even though like this is, take it how it resonates, because it's going to be different for everybody. Because for some of y'all that are watching, you're the masculine in this situation. You're the King of Spring. And even if, like I said before, some of you feminines are the primary breadwinner in this situation, that doesn't mean you're the king of spring. You're not in the masculine position. You're still in the feminine position, the princess of spring. But there's some immaturity here. And I think that's what the issue is. It's not just an initiation for one person in this dynamic. It's an initiation for both, and it has to do with calling the feminine to a higher standard of behavior and agency. There's something that you haven't done, you've been holding back on if you are the feminine. And if you're the masculine, there's something that you've been like struggling with when it comes to like wrangling your bitch. Wrangling your bitch, essentially. Like, you're trying to give her the good guidance without being mean or harsh, or like being like her father or being like your father. So the card, the dreamer, 0. This is the fool. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. You guys are embarking on like a new business venture. You have a business that you could go into together. You could work together. But there's some discrepancies and some confusion there because it feels like the feminine isn't ready. Like the masculine is just holding so much. He's responsible. The feminine, because like even if you are the primary breadwinner, you made your money in some type of way that like he doesn't um actually he doesn't completely respect. I don't know what that's about, but it's something where it was just like it came too easy. It was just too easy for you. And if this is roles reversed, flip it and switch it how it resonates. Let me know in the comments, you guys, how this is resonating. Um, or message me on social media if you really want to tell me. Spill the tea. So, when it comes to the King of Spring and the Princess of Spring, let's see what else we have. Princess of Autumn. She's committed to doing whatever it is. So if I'm speaking to the masculine, you're feminine here. She's committed to doing whatever she has to do to elevate in that way. And if I'm speaking to the feminine, you yourself are committed to doing whatever you have to do to elevate in that way. And you have a very supportive partner. And it says here a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So, one of the things that's been coming up in a lot of my readings has been this idea that there's this like financial windfall that's coming through that's for the feminine energy in the dynamic. The feminine energy is the one that has manifested it, but it's coming through the masculine energy. And so, what that means is that in any dynamic in which this is not really like a balanced situation and a really good relationship, in toxic relationships, like the masculine would think that he just manifested that himself. He wouldn't he wouldn't think that it had anything to do with the feminine counterpart. But in this situation, you understand, you or your masculine counterpart understands how feminine energy works and the wealth that's associated, the wealth generation that's associated with that feminine energy connection. So you're going through this initiation so that you can have a different type of sex than you haven't had before. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, but you are going to be able to have a different type of like love making than you've had before that's going to take you higher than the 12th dimension. You've been doing 5D, 6D, 7D, up to like 9 or even 12D, some of y'all. This is an interdimensional space travel, time and space travel that you're doing when you're in these love bubbles together, and it's causing reality to shift for you massively, majorly. So when that happens, you're going to be able to shift your reality. Like I see some of you guys moving to a mansion, a huge mansion, or somewhere that is very beautiful that you've wanted to live for a long time. Maybe you're moving to a different country, or you might be moving on a farm or on your own land. You might be moving with family, like closer to family. You might have family that you're bringing to come live with you, but there's something changing within your living situation, and it's already happening, and then it's also happening as a result of what's going to be happening. So sometimes, like, because time and space, it's non-linear, and so there might be things that are already happening now that have to do with something that hasn't happened yet, but it's putting everything in position so that once that thing does happen, then everything will be in place. Just heard a really loud, a really high-pitched noise because I'm trying to say, what's the message? What else is there? I have to Google something because I heard a word and I don't know what it means. What is that? Star Heliodor. Star cut. Oh. So there's a certain, okay, so there's like, I don't know what this, the star Heliodor. Huh. So it's, what I'm coming up with is like a picture of a stone, a gemstone. It's a type of gemstone. Heliodor, star cut. It's beautiful. Google golden Heliodor star cut and you'll see it. So this could be like significant. This is an exceptional wedding ring. If you're not married yet, this could also be part of the transition that you're in right now. You're into marriage. There's another level of commitment that you're going into in your relationship, whether it's marriage or something else. And this gemstone, the Heliodor, it comes from a different planet. It's not one of the planets that we know of. It starts with a B. So the Princess of Spring, she's well matched with the King of Spring, even though she's not the Queen of Spring yet. She's still a girl. She's just a girl. She needs guidance. Good guidance. Like she needs good guidance from her man. Come on. Come on now. There's this energy of like denial or like not wanting to take responsibility here. It's also how you're perceiving the situation. So because there's been like some back and forth and some fights about this, but she is actually like she's very much trying. So Princess of Spring, optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. She's studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. That's the Princess of Autumn. So she's bringing together these different feminine energies to strengthen herself and become the high priestess, become the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a bad bitch, and she says whatever the fuck is on her mind. She doesn't hold back. She's very secure. She doesn't feel afraid that she can't be herself, or that she'll be hurt, or she won't be accepted, or something bad will happen to her. She doesn't care. She doesn't fear that. She has an inner flame that she brings forth that she's not afraid of, and she doesn't care if other people are afraid of it. Happy news about your career: promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. And here's the Five of Spring, the Five of Wands: opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. There's the fight. So it has to do with people outside of you guys. I didn't know this was going to get so specific, so I hope this resonates and I hope this helps. Yeah, because there's something. Wow. What is this? You guys almost broke up? There's something here about somebody tried to come in between you guys and almost made you guys break up because they were meddling and tampering in your relationship and you didn't know any better. You let them because you thought they were a trustworthy person. And what's happening here is the feminine feels slighted because her intuition is not being valued, validated, or respected. And the masculine has fallen for somebody that was trying to get in between them, has fallen for their tricks, not fallen for them like in love with them. But one of the issues that's arising in you guys' relationship right now has to do with inorganic sexual siphoning through prawn, P, you know what it is, the P word, prawn, through the succubi, toxic feminine energy. There's something here. It's like for the feminine, it's like you couldn't be good enough. Like no matter how good you were, it wasn't good enough. And this toxic feminine energy always comes back and gets his hooks in him, and he can't leave it alone, and it makes you feel inadequate and insecure, and then it goes back and forth and leads to bigger problems in the relationship because this has to do with cognitive behavioral function where it's like your thoughts about a situation impact how you behave, and then in that case it's like like you're both like mirroring each other, going off of your assumptions of unmet needs that are unmet needs that predate your relationship. Like these are childhood needs that went unmet and they never got resolved, not even in your relationship, and no matter how long y'all have been together. And that's part of the initiation. Like it's like you're being called into a deeper relationship where you're mothering him, he's fathering you. Like there's something that he's done to, like he's took on the father figure role in order to maintain his status and control in the situation, that made him feel good, it made him feel better, but it was at a deficit. It was a deficit for the feminine in the situation. She's still infantilized, she's still in the maiden role, she's not in the mother role. So if y'all have children already, or if you don't, the feminine needs to be elevated into the queendom. She's still a princess. She needs to be initiated into the queendom. And the masculine needs to be initiated into the king that can hold that can hold a queen. Because every king can't hold a queen. They might be able to hold princesses, but they can't hold the queen. So if this message is for you, this is your initiation. Masculine is being initiated to be a king that can hold a queen, and feminine is being initiated as the queen, mother, sovereign, high priestess of her family, and full honoring of her gifts and everything that she brings to that family. So you guys are also possibly moving. Like I think I already said that. You might have moved away from this drama. And then now you have another card that says windfall. Oh, Ace of Autumn, Ace of Pentacles. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. Whatever you're doing is working. And this is just a little confirmation and a little support as you go through this initiation together. Um, So check my description box below for the link to my site, because I have a group program, Rootlock, and I do accept couples in Rootlock. And if this message is resonating with you, then Rootlock will be a really supportive way to go forward and get more support and more holding you both through these initiation portals. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Happy to help. Let me know how that resonated. That is the message. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, say mashallah, and stay tuned. Peace, healers. And now we're on to group 2. So if you're group 2, then you had picked this card with the dove on it. Yeah, I picked this card with a dove on it. New beginning. Wait a second. I'm not going to read that yet. We're just going to meditate on the card. Because this is for somebody who's... There's a lot of pain here about relationships. This is for somebody who doesn't feel like they can be in a relationship. Like you feel like you're too fucked up, that no one can love you. You feel unlovable. You feel unworthy of love. And so you push it away. It's a lot of throat chakra clearing going on right now. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing. Whew. Pile 2. Stick with me. We're going to get through this. This hurts. This is a pile. This is the pile that's been affected by twin flame mind control technology. So if this is you, you're most likely single. Um, like the words chronically single come to mind. Like this is the type of person that's like, oh, that feels like you can't keep a partner, or like nobody want, like you feel a way about yourself because of your lack of partnership. There's something else that's going on here. It's a healing crisis. Like you came up into a healing crisis because you come from such strong codependent Stockholm syndrome influenced relationships, emotional enmeshment, abuse, even like violence between spouses that escalated into unaliving. This is a person who people in your family have gone to jail over domestic disputes and things related to um, like partnership. So part of the reason why this is hard to get this message through is because of all the mental walls that have been built against facing certain realities of like why these challenges exist for you, why they're repetitive in your family. Like you're probably somebody that saw your parents being abusive to one another or one to the other. You probably experienced like not having enough food to eat as a child. There's probably a lot of things for this pile. You've experienced some bad, hard things in your life that they've woven themselves all through your psyche of how you approach relationships and how you look at relationships and how you look at other people. And this card says new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So this is an opportunity for you to turn a new page, to have a new chapter, to start a new book, to tell a new story, not the same story. It's going to be a little emotionally painful. Not a little, a lot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's even physically painful. Like, it's like I feel it all through the head. Depending on how sensitive and how aware you are, you're going to feel it. This is the vagus nerve. If you guys are familiar, in the cranial nerves, the way they come down around the neck and around the chest, the heart. You're probably a smoker. You might be a smoker. You might have been smoking for a long time, from a young age. You're turning a new leaf in your life. You're not the same at all. Like the things that you used to do, the things that you liked to do, there's just so much where you're not the same. You're changing. A lot of breath work. A lot of breath work is going to benefit you and be really significant at this time. Okay. A lot of what's needed for this group pile two is energy work. It's not so much the message because you're very psychic, you're very in tune. Just by me like opening the space, holding the space for you, you're gonna get a lot of things coming through on your own and be able to come to a lot of conclusions on your own. But there's some darker, more sinister demons and shadows lurking for you. There's things to look at. This is childhood wounds. The things that you didn't know happened in childhood that's coming up in your relationships now. So this is affecting you, but this is the kind of thing where it's like, why am I like this? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Wow. This is really tough. Reason being, the people in this group, you're slotted to high level divine union to bring forth children like Jesus, prophets. Like, you have children in your descendants' bloodlines that are major players in this transformation of this planet. We're just getting started. Like, we're just here to, we're kind of like the demolition crew. Like, we're breaking down the old, but they're the ones that are going to be building the new. And there's significant opposition to that. So everyone that has tuned in for this message for pile 2 is in that category. And it's hard. It's like, it's very challenging to squeeze the message through. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my book here. I'm gonna do some I'm called to do some bibliomancy in my my journal, which I write messages for my guides in, and I flipped open to this page. So for you guys, you're like what they would call in separation. But we're not gonna be talking about this like you're in separation from your person. There's a person that, though, there is a person, because there's two things going on with this group. Some of y'all are completely misled about the person, and this is going to be really hard because you're just going to have to know, you're going to have to figure that out on your own, and this is part of the initiation portal that you're in, because it's the difference between like basically somebody having you under their foot, begging and waiting, and somebody being side by side with you as your equal and holding your hand and walking down the aisle. Ew. Some of you guys have had dreams of this person. You've seen your wedding, like you've seen your children, you've seen your land, you've seen everything, and it makes it extremely hard to understand why is it not happening in real life. Like, what is the holdup? What is the block? What is going on? Then you turn it into your self worth. Like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? I'm not worthy of love. And there's the common knowledge that is saying that like you have to be that person, blah blah blah. That's not what's happening. You guys are being attacked. You're being attacked. It's not anything that you're doing. Like, you're not being the not person. You're being the person. And there's just all these curveballs that keep getting thrown at you to knock you off path, and that's specifically by design. So that's for some people that this is actually, there's a specific person that actually is like what they call your kingdom spouse on here. You know, they're talking about heaven on earth, and they're talking about sovereign relationships where you're not with the person for any other reason but love, but it's not struggle love. Like, it's not what broke ass pimps and people who want to use and abuse you try to convince you is love. It's actual, like, it's actual love, and that is money love. Like, that everything you need you have. You're not struggling. That's not struggle love. It's money love. So there's, for some of y'all, there's a particular person that is your abundant life partner that goes against everything in your programming, which has you going towards like whoever is going to pay your bills. Essentially, there's this like Disney princess syndrome and this like poverty programming that is like, there's there's basically like four different groups of people that I'm speaking to right now. So there's people that have that Disney princess poverty programming, like they're like, they need to be saved, they need things too much. And then there's, on the flip side, there's like those that come from wealth that are used to buying love and used to paying for a relationship. Like, you're a woman but you're wealthy, you're used to paying a man's way. And so you've never like had real love, because that love has been contingent on you paying his way. And for, yeah, you paying for a man, that is going to make him love you. Because they don't get that treatment a lot. So especially if he comes from poverty, or he comes from, situations where he's just always had to take on so much responsibility. That's how you buy love. This is possibly even a pimp host type of situation. Like, for some people that are tuning into this reading, you may have had a pimp that you paid, and that is also a form of control, because he's there, you're going to pay him, he's going to be there. So you're not able to go forward with divine union from this prostitution complex, because it's transactional and it's needs based. And I'm not saying that you have to, like, be completely self sufficient, not necessarily. Although for some of you that is your path, because you're right now, like, there's too many compromises that you might have to make when it comes to having somebody else take you under their wing and take care of you. So there's the other different groups that we have here. What we're doing in this reading, sorry if this doesn't make sense or it's like really jumbled, but we're doing a lot of energy work. That's the primary thing that's happening right now. It's not about the cards, it's about the energy work. That's why you see I'm burping so much, like, and I'm like moving energy so much, okay? Because there we have, this is a pile with a lot of, like, a lot of toxic experiences in relationships. A lot of sex workers would have chose this pile that are currently in the industry or trying to leave it because something bad might have happened. But you're somebody, like, here you might be the survivor of sex trafficking, something here. You might not even know about the things that happen, especially in childhood and early childhood. You might come from like a high control religion like Mormonism, or like, what are those called, Jehovah's Witnesses, or Islam, or Catholicism. You come from the type of religion that kids get sexually abused in, whatever that is. And if you come from a family that makes their wealth that way by sacrificing their children. And the children might not actually die this time, but they might actually just die inside by extreme sexual abuse that they experience. And your children might have, if you have children, like, your children might have experienced this too. Like, you might be a single mom, you might have children and the father's not there, the father doesn't take care of them, you don't have enough of a support system, you might have a small support system, you might have a large support system, but they might be draining you. Whatever it is, all that shit is in the past. Like, this is a time for you to get a new identity, a completely new identity for yourself. Not the victim, not the prostitute, not the one that bargains with her worth, not the one that pays other people's ways or tries to buy love. You don't have to do that. So you're getting the opportunity to shed a lot of layers of grief, shame, guilt. And I want to read this page. Let's see here. Yes, this is what I came here. This is what I came for. All right. Interesting. Okay, so I'm writing this journal. This is what I'm saying. Help me to be confident, to get enough rest, to digest my food, heal my body, reset my nervous system, let love in, let my body be safe, healthy, and have everything she needs. Let me get clarity on all situations now. May all expired, outdated, and non beneficial timelines expire now. Best life, best version, I'm ready. It feels juicy, fun, happy, free, solid, soft, joyful, and full of delicious orgasms and happy, fun times that turn into treasured core memories. I'm ready to heal and receive all the love I need to thrive and be at peace. I'm getting healthier. Okay, so this is the message, this is the energy, this is the internal monologue of speaking to self. Speaking to self. Speaking to self. Okay, what do we need to know more about that? Speaking to self. We'll use the White Sage Tarot. Self, what do you want to say? So, like I was saying, that there was four categories of people who this message is for. So one is like your like so there's a few, actually more than four, but there's like, you could be the wealthy woman that has bought love, or on the flip side, like the hoe who has paid a pimp. You could also be the Disney princess syndrome. You could also be like there's also some people in this group that are like pretty much oblivious to it all. There's like something going on unconscious, which is what is making it challenging to tap in, because this message, everything about this message resides largely in the unconscious mind. But yeah, this is for people that are childhood sexual abuse survivors that are struggling deeply with that, and like wondering, where's my person? When am I going to be loved? Why am I not worthy of love? Why is everybody else, why is every fucked up individual out here worthy of being loved and I'm not? Well, that's not how love works. You don't have to be good enough. Actually, the worst people are more likely to be loved because they're not really being loved, or they're being controlled, or they're being used. So there's something better out there for you. And what's happening here is because essentially there's this major core wound of rejection that's been activated by whatever happened with this person you were dealing with. And it keeps looping. Like, it's like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve love, nobody loves me, nobody can love me, I'm unlovable. And it's just this trauma, this loop that keeps looping, that is programming from childhood. This could have even been programming implanted in you while you were being abused. Oh yeah, of course it is programming that. Of course it was implanted to you when you were abused, because that's what the action of being abused makes us feel. It makes us feel, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me. I must be really bad, because why would they hurt me like that? It must be my fault. I must be unlovable. I have this secret shame that I carry for the rest of my life, and no one can know about it. If I let them get too close, they'll know about it. So even if I do love them, I'm not going to let them in. It takes a lot of strength to deal with this. So this is what's happening now. Because for a lot of you guys, you rejected this person. Like, they came at you with some bullshit. They came at you with some bullshit, and you just rejected them. You got into another relationship, or you just stayed single. But either way, you told them to fuck off, and they did, and you still miss them. But there's this like confusion over whether you really miss them or whether you're just trying to fill that void and close that loop. And that's what's a big personal decision for everybody watching this, is like, you're gonna have to decide, and you're gonna have to know which one you are. Like, is this the person that is like, you have something with them that is true and fruitful, or is this just like literally like a coping mechanism that you have used, or something even more sinister than that, when you've been deceiving yourself and being deceived? And you have to be the one to decide and make that call. And well, the good thing about the position that you're in right now is that you don't have to do anything. This message is for feminines, for mostly feminine energy people. So unless like you're a masculine that has this scenario going on with a woman, this is mostly for feminines. You're just, oh, you don't have to do anything. You're waiting. Like, all you have to do is strengthen your resolve and get firm in your boundaries and focus on your pleasure and your presence, and doing the things that you like to do, staying present with yourself and being vibrant. Because the person's coming to you, like, if this is Mercury retrograde right now as I'm filming this, and some of y'all met this person during a Mercury retrograde, and then Mercury retrograde always brings them back, or it takes them away, does something, it moves them in or out the way. So we'll see the Four of Cups in this deck, because normally the Four of Cups is like somebody just kind of like rejecting. There's like cups being offered to them, and they're just not looking at them. But in this case, There's multiple cups, small cups pouring into a big cup. So you're taking it all in. So this is also has to do with healing from things that relate to Stockholm syndrome and that relate to like matrilineal wounding around how we even used to quote unquote get married back in the day, where back in the day if a man wanted a wife, he had to abduct her. He would go to a village, kill her whole family, and take the most beautiful woman. Like that's how we ended up wherever we ended up with whoever we ended up with. So women have learned to love our captors because that's necessary to survive. And this is a whole paradigm shift where for you guys, you don't communicate openly and clearly. You don't show who you are to men because you're afraid of them. And you become compliant. You're afraid to like show yourself. You're afraid to be real. You're afraid to be mean. You can't be yourself because you're scared, because it's deeply rooted in the root chakra, and that governs sex. So like for some of y'all, you might have like this compulsion to just have sex even if you don't want to. You don't know how to say no. And usually people like this are people who have been groomed and bred for sex slavery, for prostitution. Because if you haven't been, you can't do it. Because that's why not everybody can do it. So that's, when they say the term loose booty, I don't know if you guys know that term, but this is basically referring to somebody who just is loose. They'll have sex. Why? Why is it a loose booty? Because it's a damaged root chakra. Because she can't say no. Because the ability to even say anything, to even say no, or to even say yes, has been bred out of her over generations. So all she can do is comply with whatever's offered. But now you have there's a hella offers coming in. There's like offers coming in left and right. When I look at these cards, like we got Pentacles. Okay. We got the Page and the Knight of Pentacles. We got Cups. We got the Page and the Knight of Cups. You're fighting for this love. Like y'all are both fighting for this love. This is crazy because you think that he's not aware. This is if you think that he's not aware, but he is. But this is very sensitive. I very much so hesitate to deliver any type of like positive or hopeful message about this, because what actually the meaning behind seeing all these things, they're coming to you. Like here's a key, here's the acorn. Like there's like gifts, natural gifts coming to you. We have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Strength, the World, the Hierophant, the King of Cups, and the Two of Wands. You're at a crossroads with a man. You look like a man. The Knight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. So now the Two of Swords, because like we are on a roll. We have momentum. So what's the holdup? It is your self concept. It is how you see yourself. You're being treated how you see yourself at any given moment. And if you're not feeling good about yourself, you're not getting treated good. So the Hangman. So this is the thing right here. This is what it says it all. The Hanged Man. Look, it's the caterpillar. It's the monarch butterfly caterpillar. You don't actually have to do anything in this situation. I see there's some people here watching. Say hi. So I know you're here. Hi. Welcome to the chat. All right, so you don't actually have to do anything in this situation. Watch them leave, right? I acknowledge this. No. You don't actually have to do anything in this situation. That's the beautiful part about this, is like you doing anything about the situation will ruin it because it's not for you to make the move. So all you have to do is tend to your own garden. That's all you have to do. And go into your cocoon, like hermiting, taking time away from people, closing yourself to outside influences at this time is going to benefit you. And the Ace of Wands. So this is like a new beginning. Okay. There's a new beginning coming for you. I feel like there's one more card I need to pull. Justice on the bottom of the deck.
What?
Ooh, let there be light. And the King of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. All right. The man has money. This is one might have been an obstacle before. He didn't have enough money. Now he's gonna be coming into so much money so he can take care of you. Because that's important to this person. So this is a thing too. Like, for a lot of people in this pile, you have been groomed into sex slavery, which means you haven't been groomed into like being a sovereign queen, high priestess of your realm. And you, like, if I'm speaking to you in this, you've done a lot of work to like work on yourself and improve yourself to be a good enough person to deserve a relationship. And this is the major thing that's breaking down at this time with in the initiation portal that you're in, is like you never had to there's never anything wrong with you. You never had to be a good person. You always were a good person. There's never anything wrong with you. Bird's eye view. Oh, there's two cards here. Jackpot. Bird's eye view and jackpot. This is funny because in the last pile one, these are reflecting some themes from pile one, but these are two totally different audiences. Unless you guys just watched all the way through. Yeah, solitude. So is there anything else that we need to know? Message from your person? Okay. We'll see that. Tell them. And for some of you guys, you might have like a lot of weight, heaviness on your heart of things that you want to tell them. So, but you can write it into a letter and you can burn it or like drown it or bury it or tear it up and let it blow in the wind. Whatever is your element that you use to spread your magic. There's something that you need to tell them that they need to hear, but you can't transmit it in real life. You have to transmit it spiritually. Tell them. And they want to tell you something, so let's see what they want to tell you. Because we're going to get a message from them, from the Lover's Oracle. There's a new beginning. It has to do with focusing on yourself, not making anybody else more important than you. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So here another point is, because of what you have experienced and what your lineage has gone through, this is part of what makes transactional relationships feel much safer than the messy reality of a love relationship, that you're in it with love for your heart. You have your heart in it. You have your whole self in it. So it doesn't fit into these tiny little boxes. It doesn't go where you want it to go. It doesn't show up how you want it to show up. You can't control it, and it hurts, and it's scary. And this is the major initiation portal we're in right now. And then we have another dove, like that was right here, so it was just on the top of the deck, and it matches our dove here, because this is our sun dove and this is our moon dove, and he has the olive branch of peace. And it says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So this is a message of encouragement for any of you guys. If you've been going through it, you're almost through it. Keep going. It's not over yet. On the bottom of the deck. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So it's time to make some more memories. Some of you guys have been holding back. You've been really holding back. You deserve love just as much as anybody else does. There's nothing wrong with you. You deserve this. This is the message, healers. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Say mashallah and stay tuned. And now we'll be going into pile 3. Pile 3. You're closer to a reunion than you think. Get deeply rooted. Get grounded in your body. Let your soul inhabit your whole body. Pull your soul down into your legs. Oh my God, it's going to hurt. For some of y'all, this could be a continuation for the last pile. You're moving through the energy. Other people, you knew this was yours. 3, because you're in a much different place than the energy of pile 2. It's like it's like as if like you became a whole new person by the experiences. If you if you're in pile 2, by the time you get to pile 3, you become a whole different person. You're closer to reunion than you think. All right, can we get some more information, Spirit? Okay, it says open your book to page 13. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My gosh, okay. I don't know why. This quote at the bottom of the page: as you leave behind the fears that held you captive and you become free of past restrictions, you will be able to live a life that is truly extraordinary and inspirational. Did I count that wrong? Let me see. 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did. Okay. So it's actually this page. I was 1 page off. This is my summer solstice reading that I did for myself in 2022. A journey within that's prosperous and protected. It shows the time is right for travel plans and entering negotiations. The travel may also be within, and that is gold. So keep going. That is gold here, so keep going. Here being heaven on earth. Happiness, joy, love, self knowledge, problem solving, creativity are indicated here, and fun activities with loved ones. Some of y'all will be making new friends that you didn't know before, and you're gonna hit it off like that and just have a lot of fun with them. And it'll be like really, really genuine, big laughs that you have together that are gonna heal something in your soul and like repair your bones, literally. So you want to have protection while pursuing an absolutely manageable goal and coming out on top. It's indicated. Here, I'm going to read that again. Protection while pursuing an absolutely manageable goal and coming out on top is indicated here. This will be oh so beautiful and fruitful. You get to have it all. All the curses have been broken, melted, dissolved, and have no room to prosper at the end. And so it is someone to be amen. I mean, hey, Ashe. That is so beautiful. And then there's also this part here. This comes from another reading a little later after that. A massive shift that has been a long time coming is here now. You did it. You made it. You transformed, butterfly. You're the best at being you. By you being you, you attract all great things to you that are already yours and easily belong to you. Shed your old habits and expectations of disappointment. You don't live there no more. Period. Bitch, what the fuck? I know that's right. Period. I know that's right. All right. Now I'm called to pull out this. So for you guys, you've gone through a massive initiation. You're ready for fame. Like some of y'all are ready for fame. If you got this message, next comes you've gone through your fame initiation. You're ready for fame. Next comes your Sovereign wealth activation. This is a big money. Big money. Um, 3 different men tried to curse you. Who are they? Like, you're a practitioner, you're somebody that you might be in the public eye. Again, you're somebody who evil entities have a vested interest in trying to keep you apart from the person that you're meant to come into divine union with and have children with. Because if they're able to do that, then they're able to stop a whole trajectory, a future trajectory that they don't want, because of the power of your bloodline and the sacredness of your son. That's why I titled this video "The Return of the Sacred Son," because something is happening to bring that back. This is an ancient role that this child of yours or grandchild of yours will play, that no one has held this position in our communities in a very, very long time. And that's why it's so fucked up. You're getting back something you lost, divine inheritance. Oh yeah, because these three, okay, so this could either be 3 men that teamed up together, or they don't know each other, but their spirits who works together to disenfranchise you. They triangulated you because they basically needed. This is okay. I see. So if you've been going through some massive spiritual attacks, what's been happening is there's these 3 different men. They're in 3 different locations on the map, and be back on them. But what's gonna happen to some of them have to move. They have to go somewhere for work, or they have to go to the hospital. They're sick. There's some type of like emergency travel that every single one of these 3 or more men who have been hexing you and like putting curses on your wombs, try to keep you from coming into divine union and keep you from having children. They're they're all simultaneously going to have to move all at once, and at that time you will move also. Like, it could just be going for a walk, but what it's going to do is it's going to disrupt the grid that they have cast around you, and you'll slip right out, and they won't know that you're gone, because you'll have left a shadow there. There's basically like It's basically like a shadow of you. It's like some created entity that your spirit team, you don't might not know this, or you might have been doing this on purpose, but they've been creating these shadow versions of you, and then leaving them in places where you've been, or where you've gone, or where you go, so that when different forces try to attack you, they're not able to attack you, they're attacking that shadow. But they think that they're attacking you, and the shadow is just sucking in more and more and more of their energy. They're going to get skinny. They're going to get skin and bones. They're going to get depleted, and they're not going to be able to continue their mission against you. Um, and you're coming into like this new charitable sense, giving more. Another 4 of Cups. What's happening? Pile 3. So the burden is too heavy. You got to put it down. The main message is coming through here. You're closer to divine union than you think. The burden is too heavy. Put it down. Oh, I didn't read this yet. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Taking it in. This is for somebody who previously did not believe that they were worthy of love, and your self is changing rapidly to show you that you are. To show you that you are worthy, so worthy, more than you know. Okay. There's a high elder in your ancestry that's part of your spirit team, that he holds a high rank. He doesn't have to necessarily be your ancestor. Like, even if you're adopted, or if he was like in your family by marriage or something, but he's a general. He's like a spiritual general. And he's working on some things behind the scenes to help you with this. You don't have to do anything. You're breaking out of the slavery matrix. I'm gonna clear some energy. It's like that lingering energy just like dies hard. It doesn't want to go. The wheel of fortune, the wellspring, the financial abundance. But there's like it's just that memory, that pain, the shame, poverty, not having enough, not having enough love. Like not just financial poverty, but spiritual and emotional poverty, poverty of affection. Something about a bird, a crane. If you see a crane, that'll be a sign. Reunion is near. The Emperor, the Queen of Wands. Look. I don't know if you guys can see that. This that good. So even though he's the Emperor, he's at her feet. Okay? This is how you'll know. He doesn't want you at his feet. He doesn't want you serving him. He's at your feet serving you because you're the goddess and the queen of his life. Whatever was wrong is getting made back. It's getting set back right. It's getting put back right. Whatever was wrong is getting made right. You'd have to be a fool to believe it. That's why having a fool's mind is beneficial to you at this time. All right. Let me clear some space. It's also having to do with the boundaries you set with other people because, like, if you're resonating with pile 2 also and you watch this, or if you're not, basically the difference between pile 2 and pile 3 is that pile 2 didn't clear the energy yet. Pile 2 didn't set the boundaries yet. Pile 2 didn't make space. Pile 2 is still sort of like unconscious to it all and to their own participation in it, whereas pile 3 did all that. Pile 3 put distance between themselves and other people, stopped taking people's advice that didn't apply, set boundaries for their life, made certain choices, and that is what it is. Okay, that is what that is. So because of that, that's why divine union is so close and it seems so impossible in another lifetime, but it's so real and so at your fingertips right now. You got options. Because here's the thing that makes me hesitate about giving a reading that's like talking about reunion. Because, like, why are we so obsessed with the past? Why are we so obsessed with getting that person back or going back to the past? Often it's not even about that person. It's like we're trying to close a loop that was opened in childhood and putting all the attention on that person. This is why the detachment energy benefits you because you don't know what else is out there for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be this one person. Like, no matter how many dreams you've had, no matter how many synchronicities you saw, there's so much going on, especially when it comes to chosen ones and deeply gifted people, that your discernment has to be at an all time high. Your choices that you're making now matter more than ever. And it has to do with your career or your sacred purpose that you have on earth. You have a sacred purpose for a child, for bringing some type of creation. For some it's not a child, but it's some type of creation that you're bringing through the sacred sun. And if you're not able to do what you need to do, that's not going to happen. And we have the Emperor again. We have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Emperor again. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles, that's pregnancy. So this person that you're looking for is the Emperor. That means like it's not just a king. This person embodies all the aspects of all the kings, all the elements. So for some of y'all, you have been thinking small, and the person you're thinking about is not the person that's coming towards you. That's not the person that you're reuniting with. Also, what is the reason? What is the reason for the reuniting? Again, I just pulled these cards. I just Why did I just shuffle the whole deck multiple times? I just pulled the same exact cards out. So obviously we need to sit with these. So let's see. Can I get some clarification? Oh, two different men. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles. I see. There's the Emperor and then there's the King of Pentacles here. And the Emperor is the one that will support you fully in your career. And the King of Pentacles is you're just an option to him, but he's going to make it look good. Okay. Emperor will give you money. King of Pentacles will get you pregnant out of wedlock. All right. Yeah, you don't want this. So this is where your discernment plays in. How do you tell the difference between the Emperor and the King of Pentacles? Ooh. Well, the difference is this. Okay, here we have her, the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So is he giving you burdens or is he giving you fuel for the fire? What are these 10 wands? Is this a bunch of burdens that you had to carry by yourself? Or is it fuel for your sacred fire? That's how you'll know. That's the message, healers. Hope that resonates. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Say mashallah. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Stay tuned. Okay, I'll see you next time. Peace.